Alright guys, I have the red HDP50 connected. I have not shot, since I got this filled, I have not shot anything out of it. So this is full 3000 PSI. This gauge reads low all the time. So it's reading 20, sorry everything's all out of focus. It's reading like 2500, but since this wire's in the way, camera wants to focus on the wire, but yeah, it's like 2500 or something. But yeah, I haven't shot anything out of it, so it should be at 3000, and it puts out 800 psi. And I have the aluminum balls in this one, so I'm going to start with the aluminums and then do the rubber steel and then do the nylon orange ones. And I have my cheat sheet paper right there and my chronograph and stuff, and I'm going to be shooting the box. So yeah, typical my new little kind of format right now, since I have a chronograph. So I'm going to do impact tests with these, maybe on the weekend or something, but right now I just want to get chrono readings and see how they turn out. And yeah, when I do the impact tests, I'm going to be using the same balls that I shot the Salt Supply S2 and the Burnett SD, and the HDB and the TCR and all the other stuff I've used, the TR68. I'm going to be using these bottles because they seem to they withstand a lot of damage, and like the Burnett SD can't even puncture this thing, but the Salt Supply and almost everything else I have does. So yeah, I'm going to use those on my impact test video, which I'll probably make on this weekend, if not like Friday night or something. But yeah, I'm going to get started, so give me 1 second. Alright guys, 2.8 gram aluminum balls, HPA tank, 800 PSI, chrono readings. This does not have a restrictor in it, so this is like full on, full gas, no stoppage, no nothing. .426. So according to my sheet, 420 is 22.9 joules, so that was probably 23 joules. 412, that is about 21 joules. 406, 21 joules. 406, and I believe I have one or two more shots. 402. I'm gonna check the follower tube. Okay, I'm out. I'm gonna pause it and then reload. Okay, I actually had one last aluminum ball in there, but I took it out. So this is all the rubber steel balls. I believe they're advertised at 2.7 grams. I still have to weigh them, but I'm just gonna assume 2.7 grams because that's what they say. And I'm gonna weigh them tomorrow. I just forgot to take them when I went to work today. So here we go. No restrictor, HPA tank, rubber steel balls. 406, so that's about 21 joules. 404, still the same, about 21 joules. 402, 408, 404, 392. So that was still, I think that was about 19 joules, 19 and a half joules. I'm going to pause the video really quick and then put the nylon balls. Alright guys, I got the those orange nylon balls loaded up. They weigh like 1.4 grams. They might weigh 1.5, but that little bit amount of weight is not going to make a huge difference. So yeah, I'm going to start firing. These are not like under any sort of pressure like how they are in the TR50, because the drum magazine kind of puts pressure on them, so I feel like that's kind of holding them back a little bit. I'll see what I get. I think on the TR50 I got to 430 or 440 maybe. I'll have to look at the video, but here we go. Damn, 536. So yeah, that the magazine drum is holding them back a lot because it's so snug. 528. So 536 is about 18.5 joules. 528 is about 18 joules. 526. 532. 528. And I think I have one more shot. 528. I'm gonna load up the 1.1 gram balls really quick. All right, you guys, while I was loading these, I noticed that this one was like kind of wonky, so I'm gonna have to throw this one away. It has like a flat side. It must have got hit, so that's gonna go in the trash. I think I have 6 rubber balls in here, the 1.1 gram rubber balls. If this first shot's low, it's because it's a one of those orange ones. So nope, it's a rubber ball. So 568. 566. So the 568 was about 17 joules. 566 is about 17 joules. 568. So you get a higher joule impact with a heavier ball, because at some point they can't really like fly down ranges fast. So you're gonna have to depend on a heavier weight ammunition to get more of an impact. I think I have one more shot. So 562. So yeah, that's pretty strong for a $100 marker. Once you take the restrictor out, I believe with the 2.8 gram aluminums, I was getting like 426 or 430, something like that. And that's like 24 joules. So that's actually stronger than the Salt Supply S2. It's just a smaller caliber ammunition, so you might have like penetration and stuff with this. Like you'll probably cause, if somebody's wearing like a jacket or a sweatshirt or something, it'll probably cut through that. And I kind of know by now, because my sweatshirt in that box is getting destroyed. Like it's just in tatters almost now. And I'm gonna degas this really quick. Just give me 1 second. All right, so my tank is at just under 2,000. But like I said, that gauge always reads low. I'm gonna get the rest of this air out of here. There's nothing in this right now, and I'm firing at the grass. So yeah, it always seems to have like 2 shots. And then yeah, you have to push the button on the back. So yeah, for a $100 like home defense option, this is actually pretty damn good, I feel. Of course, I'd have to see like how it actually hurts a person or does any sort of damage to an actual person instead of like shooting little targets and stuff. But I'm not gonna like try to volunteer any of the people I know like, hey, let me shoot you with this thing. That's just not smart. So yeah, like that's an impractical way to use this, because it has the HPA tank and this gas line and stuff. So if you're using a 12 gram CO2, you'll probably get, I think the video I did, I got like 15 or 16 shots out of this with the CO2 and the restrictor installed. If I did not have this little disc in the handle up here, it would only get like 6 shots, and then it's dropping off pretty consistently. And yeah, so with the aluminum balls, I was getting 23, 24 joules, something like that, with the speed and the weight. And with the rubber steel balls, they're pretty comparable, almost the same. Because yeah, it's only 0.1 grams off from the aluminums. So yeah, the rubber steels are also hitting like 21 joules, 22 joules. And the those nylon orange ones, hard nylon balls, they were hitting like 530, 520. So that's still 18 joules, which isn't as strong as the Salt Supply S2, but it's still stronger than the Burnett SD. And like I said, these rounds are smaller than a 68 caliber, so that's definitely gonna hurt something, or like pierce through a jacket or a sweatshirt or something. Like my sweatshirt's just totally screwed now because I've been hitting it with these little 50 cal balls. And like even this one's kind of like, you might not be able to see it because it's too sunny, but this one's like imprinted in the sweatshirt. And yeah, it's just, there's like a stretch mark on it now. But this is an old sweatshirt, I don't care about it. But yeah, here's all the rounds that I shot from the HDP50. They're all in here. So yeah, that's an interesting test. I'm gonna definitely probably EDC one of those, probably the HDP50, just because it gets a little bit more shots out of one cartridge. But I still have to mess with them, so I'm not closing the book on this yet because I only shot one CO2 with the restrictor with the TR50, and it has the ability to reload pretty quick. You just have to pull that rotary magazine, and I'll see if there's any difference once I use those magazines, those little like drum magazines that go in the revolver. I'll see if I have any difference when I use these, because they're smoking out the HDP50, and they're really held back a lot because of the stiffness of how they fit. They fit really snug in these little magazines. Like I really had to push pretty hard to get them to go in. Like this is the rubber steel one, and I barely even had to push it. Like that was almost no force. And the aluminum ones fit really good in those too. And the rubber ones, so that's the aluminum. I'm barely pushing this, guys, like hardly at all. And then this one, you can see like it's hard to push these ones in there. I could just have a random batch that's kind of big, just like how I had the Duke glass projectiles that were kind of small. So yeah, that was a T4E rubber round. I'm probably not gonna carry those because they're just rubber and they'll probably just bounce off, and like not hurt that much, not have much of an impact. And just judging by the joule ratings, they were doing the lowest joule numbers because of their lightweight. Like yeah, they're going down range fast, but they're so light. But yeah, anyways, I'm probably gonna stick with the orange nylon and the rubber steel for like EDC for the TR50, the revolver. I'm probably going to use the aluminum balls and the rubber steel on this guy most of the time, have them like ready to go in these magazines. And then for the HDP50, I'll probably use all three of them and just train with these black rubber balls, because they're not really like high impact. But the nylons worked pretty good, and the rubber steel ones worked pretty good, and the aluminum ones did pretty good. So yeah, that'll be it for this video. And yeah, I'm going to do the impact testing on the weekend, so I'll be shooting those plastic bottles. I probably won't be using a chronograph because I already know what these things are doing, but I'm sure they're going to go through the bottles easier because it's such a small ball versus the 68 caliber. And when I make that video, I'll show you a size comparison. If you don't have a 68 caliber or you don't have a 50 caliber, you can see how big and how small these are compared to them. I doubt I'm going to get anything 43 caliber because I was still kind of like hesitant to get these 50 cal markers, but they're actually pretty strong. And yeah, the penetration with these is probably a lot more than 68 caliber, but these are supposed to be less lethal, so I'm not trying to like make these ridiculous. But anyways, guys, that'll be it for this video, and I'll see you on the next one.